Good morning, everybody. My name is Joe Silva, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A for you guys. Okay, so the reason I'm making this Q&A is to help out as many people as I possibly can, answer some questions that I get a lot. I put a post on my Instagram story of some questions that people might have, so a few of them are from there, a few of them are some reoccurring questions that I get from clients, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. The first question that I get a lot is the protein that I'm taking any good? There's really a couple ways you can go about answering that question. So first off is the quality of the protein, right? General sense, the higher the price of protein, the better quality protein you're gonna get. The cheaper protein you get, the cheaper the quality. Now, whether you need that protein is a different story. That's gonna determine if it's even good for you or not also, because if we're already getting enough protein in our diet, regular foods, then we don't need a protein supplement. If we're not getting enough protein through our diet, protein supplement would be good because we need help getting to that goal of protein per day. If you get enough protein, then you shouldn't really be taking it. It's not going to do you any good. But if you're not getting enough protein, definitely take a protein shake. It'll really help you out. Second question is, what are the best exercises for beginners? So with this, honestly, exercise in general is going to be my ultimate recommendation. Get in the gym, get adjusted to that lifestyle, get adjusted to working out consistently. Once you kind of get a little bit of a feeling for the gym, you're adjusted, you're consistent, I would say 3 best movements to focus on is an upper body pressing movement, a pressing movement for the legs, and then a pulling movement for the upper body. Since squat, master your body weight squat. Make sure your squat is on point. You can even do an overhead squat, really practice that. Make sure your form on the overhead squat is on point. But mastering the squat, making sure that your form is perfect. Body weight dips and body weight pull-ups, those are going to be great movements to really practice for the upper body. If you can master those 3 movements, you're going to be good. Next question is, are weight gainers good to gain muscle? Weight gainers good to gain muscle? I would say for those that don't have the appetite to eat more food, that are looking to put on weight, then a weight gainer would be a good starting point, but only for that initial phase of increasing your appetite. Say you need to hit 2,000 calories, right? But you're only hitting about 1,500 and you're maintaining, whatever the case is, and you need to get to that 2,000 calorie mark to start putting on a little bit of weight, then by all means, go ahead, start off with the weight gainer. That way it's gonna help make it easier to get the calories in, but you want to slowly branch off of that. You don't want to stay on a weight gainer long term. It'll be good just to help increase the appetite, but that's about it. They have a lot of sugars. Honestly, it's not going to be the best bet for you. It'll be a lot of simple carbohydrates. You want more complex carbohydrates that you can get from real food rather than supplements. So if you're just starting off, then perfect. By all means, go ahead and start off with a weight gainer, but make sure you branch off of it little by little. As you increase your appetite, you're taking out a little bit of supplements and replacing it with actual food. That should be your ultimate goal. Next question is, what's the best exercise for core? I wouldn't say there's one end all be all exercise for core. Just make sure you're hitting core consistently. One thing I do gotta say though is I'm not a big fan of the machine core exercises. For me, whenever I'm training any of my clients, I take them through a lot of Pilates and things like that. I take them through a lot of body weight stuff because you can get a great core workout with the upper body, or even bands. You incorporate a lot of bands into core work, you can do so much with that. There's really not a need for machines, in my opinion, unless you're really trying to put on a lot of thickness into the abs where you need that extra resistance. But otherwise, for just trying to get stronger abs, things like that, stronger core, I would say focus on a lot of Pilates and really get that strength in there. What are prices for personal training? So I'm a personal trainer at 24 Hour Fitness, and every time someone finds out that I work there as a trainer, that's the first question is, what do you guys charge? Because everybody already knows training can be expensive. But if you guys are interested in personal training and want to discuss some prices, send me a DM on Instagram and I'll make sure to discuss the prices with you, some of the options that we have. Next question is, what supplements do you take? So people are actually pretty surprised. I really don't take any supplements consistently. There will be times where I will take protein. There will be times where I will take pre-workout, but it's rare. The only time I use supplements is when I absolutely have to. And that's the way you guys should approach supplements too. If you're getting enough protein in your diet, you don't need a protein supplement. If you have good energy levels and you're active and you're fit and your body fat percentage isn't too high to where you're feeling sluggish, you really don't need pre-workout, unless like you're going into the gym and you're absolutely dead and you're so tired. Like, okay, maybe it'll be a good instance. You don't really need supplements. So I try my best to stray away from supplements as much as I can, but I do still use them as I need, because ultimately it's what it says. Supplements should only supplement the diet. Now, last question is, how can I gain muscle but no fat? So if you're a beginner, you're probably going to experience this regardless. As long as your diet's on point, you're probably gonna experience a lot of muscle gain with fat loss in that beginning phases. So if you're a beginner or novice, whatever the case, and you're trying to lose weight, you have the calories set to a caloric deficit, then you're gonna be experiencing weight loss, and you're probably gonna be putting on a lot of muscle because you're in the gym working out for the first time probably ever, or in a long time. If you're a beginner and you're new, you're gonna be seeing some pretty good results pretty quickly. But the more advanced you get, so the more time you spend in the gym, the less that's going to be the case. You're going to have to go more into a strict bulk or more into a strict cut in order to see fat loss or muscle build. Ultimately, my best recommendation is first choose your goal. Do you ultimately want to lose weight first, or do you want to put on a little bit more muscle? Once you kind of assess where your initial goal is, then you can go ahead and attack the plan. Set up your diet and your workout programs to either increase your weight or lose weight, and from there it'll be easier to reassess, and whatever you pick first, then you go to the second one later. If you wanted to gain weight first, then all the excess fat you gain could go into a mini cut or however much you need to lose. If you go into a cut first and you lose all that fat that you wanted to lose, then you can go ahead and go into a lean bulk where your calorie surplus isn't that high, to where you're going to be gaining muscle, gaining weight, but at a slower rate, really minimizing how much fat you put on your body. So trying to decrease it as much as possible. That's gonna be all for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'm gonna try to answer as many questions as I can. I'm gonna be bringing out as many informational videos as I possibly can get on here. So workout videos, tutorials, diet, Q&As, all that stuff. You guys, I'm gonna be putting it all on this channel. And like I said, I am a trainer at 24 Hour Fitness. If you guys are interested in coaching options, DM me on Instagram at Avlix Fitness. I'll link it down below and have it written out on the screen. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Bye.